Yo,
Let's do it. Yeah.
yo, what's going on? We're live. The boxing round table, ready to talk boxing. Your man, Jose, aka the DR Dream, alongside,
The Maniac.
and we are ready to talk boxing.
Boxing.
Listen, I told y'all, man, weight classes matter. You gotta respect pounds, respect divisions, respect pounds, man. You ain't gonna come up no two. You could come up two weight classes from 120, 120. I don't know, 122 to 126, or 118 to 126. That's not the same as going from 154 to 168, from 147 to 168. That shit don't happen that way. What we saw, props to Tim Bradley. He was the first one that said it. Mismatch. Bottom line, we had a guy in Canelo Alvarez who, like I said on the preview show, when Charlo would feel that power, that intensity, he was gonna shell up, wasn't gonna have any output, he wasn't gonna throw any punches. The only thing I said wrong, or we said wrong, is that we thought he was gonna do something. He didn't do anything. He was simply there, survive, get his check, get out the door. Canelo did what he had to do. Well, not really, because again, I agree with Teddy Atlas. Canelo's an overrated fighter. He just he doesn't have it all because he's not a good finisher. And I said this before to you many times, Sean, over the years. He's not a good finisher. Probably because he's not good at cutting off the ring. He has no footwork. He has no footwork. He can't cut off the ring. He
Who
would
can't
better.
cut off the ring?
Canelo can't cut off the ring, man. If he knew how to cut off the ring better, if he knew how to cut off the ring better, he would have. What I'm saying, he does. You got to when I'm talking about cutting off the ring. Put your punches together while you cutting it off. You can't just be walking people down and you walking, but you're not doing nothing, right? You're not mixing your. You don't know how. He doesn't know how to set up a knockout. When he gets a knockout, it's because the other guy just simply couldn't take the punch, but he don't know how to set up a knockout. Bottom line, point blank, period. Anyway, it didn't matter because we never. There was never a fight. This was never a fight. This was a guy thinking that he could do something. He could come up two weight classes, bloated himself up to go to be at 168. He said it in the post fight interview. He weighed himself this morning. He was only like 172, 173, probably all water weight. He didn't look solid. Just like I told you, he didn't look solid at the weight. And that's that. You know, weight classes matter. Now, what is next for Canelo? I don't know. Whatever he wants. Hopefully he'll fight somebody in his division because I don't want to see this shit again. Crawford, that should be even worse because that guy's with one punch that he hits Crawford in the fuck anywhere in the fucking in the pit of his mouth, he's gonna break 4 ribs. Bro, the weight class matter, bro. Boxing, there's weight classes in boxing for a reason. Bottom line, period.
Well, no. First of all, he was just a better fighter. That's that. I mean, that has nothing to do with weight class. He was just better than him. So he stops Billy Joe Saunders, who's this natural super middleweight, but he didn't stop Charlo. But weight class matters. Come on, bro. Like, no, no, absolutely
At
not.
least that nigga tried to fight.
Mm,
Billy Joe tried to
li-
fight. This dude
Listen,
didn't do shit. He didn't do shit.
listen,
He packed it
because
up.
he couldn't,
He
because he
packed it
couldn't,
up.
because he couldn't.
Because he's too big. Because he's too
No,
big.
because Canelo's better.
He's
That's
too
it.
strong, bro. He
He
wasn't gonna open up
outjabbed them. Yeah,
when he felt that power. He didn't want to open
bro,
up no more. He didn't want to open
bro.
up no more, man. He's too
Listen,
strong for him.
listen. Yeah, right. But he still was there. He threw punches. He just was got to move. You fighting the
This
puncher, bro.
nigga threw 10
He
punches in the whole
stopped
fight.
natural super middleweights before. What
He,
you want him to do?
he threw 10 punches in the whole fight.
He threw 10 punches. All right. I mean, listen. The truth is this. Canelo
All
was the
right,
better fighter.
then let your man Crawford. Then it's weight classes don't matter. Let him go up there and fight
Yeah,
Canelo.
if he want, listen, if that's why he wants to do, then let him do it. I'm okay with it. But if he
Yeah, he
doesn't,
gonna
it's
get
fine.
cooked. He gonna get cooked because weight classes matter.
We'll
Weight
see.
class,
Nah, it's different styles, a different fighter.
uh,
It's a different fighter. It's a different fighter. Hey, but listen, you you confuse me. Canelo's overrated, but weight class matter. So Crawford is one of the best fighters this decade. So he has this. He's better than Charlo. That's for sure. He's better than Charlo.
that's your opinion.
He's more skilled. No,
In my opinion,
everybody
Crawford
know
always
that.
been overrated. In my
No,
opinion, Crawford always been overrated. In
yeah,
my
yeah, but that's your opinion. That's not a fact. He's a two-time undisputed champion.
So is
How the hell
Teofimo
is he
Lopez without the
overrated?
belt. So is Teofimo Lopez without the belts.
Nah, no, 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 no. But Tio still beat good people.
Yeah,
That's
but
what it is.
he was undisputed too, except he didn't get the belts.
Yeah, but Crawford never lost to no Cambosos. That's the difference.
All right, that's cool.
That's cool. He never had a controversial win.
Oh, I
So
don't that one I
who
look
why
at.
why win? Why when Crawford had it with controversy?
Anyway, let him
Yeah,
go. Let him go up and fight Canelo. Let him go up and
yeah.
fight Canelo,
If
so you
he
can
want, listen.
waste your time, and waste your money.
That it's listen. If that listen, I don't care for that fight. If it happens, I'm set. I'm with it. If he doesn't, it's fine. I'm not saying Crawford gotta fight Canelo next. Nah, I want him to fight at junior
Bro, these two.
middleweight.
I was talking to my cousin. Been watching boxing 50 years and participated in the sport and everything. And like we was 2 fucking minutes. These guys go 2 fucking minutes in the first round without throwing one fucking punch. That's because the caliber of these fighters is exaggerated, bro. Exaggerated. Canelo's his caliber is exaggerated. Even Charlo himself and his caliber is exaggerated. They both the same, except one is bigger. A good fighter beats a good little fighter. Bottom line, period. These guys are good. They ain't great.
Yeah, well, that's
These
exactly.
guys go 2 fucking minutes and it's the first round. What you no. That's not a round. That's not a study. That's not how you do a study round without throwing no fucking punches. These guys didn't do shit.
Well,
That
first
fight,
of all,
this fight was a joke. And the people that went to see it and the people that paid for it, I'm sure are pissed off right now because you had one guy throwing punches and you had another guy in the shell. Yeah, because the nigga, if he would have opened up, Canelo, who's not a good finisher, and I said this shit for a long time, would have probably finished him earlier or early because he felt that power, and I said it in the pre-fight show. When you feel that shit, it's not. All right, man. You go to the streets and try to fight somebody much bigger than you. That shit matters, especially when you're talking about professionals. These are professional fighters, man. In wrestling, MMA, Taekwondo, every discipline, every combat sport, there's weight classes and divisions for this particular reason.
Canelo was just a better fighter. Period. I mean, weight matters. Weight matters. It depends on the fighter. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
that's
but
how.
when it's 14, when it's 14 pounds, I don't give a fuck who's fighting. I don't give
Listen,
a fuck who it is. When it's 14 pounds, I don't care who it is.
he couldn't stop him. He didn't stop him. He stopped natural super middleweights.
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of bums that he didn't stop.
Yeah, like who?
The Smith, one of the Smith dudes, Canelo fought a whole bunch of fighters that he could have stopped. He ain't stopped John Ryder. John Ryder a scrub. He a
Who?
scrub.
But nobody never stopped John Ryder.
He a
Nobody.
scrub.
But he dropped him. He broke his nose.
He a scrub, man. He ain't stopped a
Tio
lot of
lost
niggas.
to Cambosa, so Tio's a bum because he
If,
lost to
if
Cambosa.
this nigga, I'm talking about Canelo's powers and his
Nah,
ability
but
to
I'm
finish
just
people.
saying
His
you trying to
his
play him. You
his
trying to play an opponent. No, you trying to
his
play
ability.
John Ryder, who's never been stopped. But
Canelo
Tio
Canelo's
lost to
not a
Cambosa. Got
Canelo's
dropped.
not a good Canelo never stopped a good fighter. Bottom. He never stopped a great fighter. Caleb Plant, come on, man.
Listen, look. The thing is this: you're known to you're very biased when it comes to fighters. Just because you don't like them, you go in hard. You don't be partial. You don't like to just say, "Yo, listen, I understand, but he's still good." Yes, Canelo in this decade of fighting, he's a great fighter. Overall, as the all-time greats, no. He'll go down as one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time. Absolutely. Because that's just the numbers are there. You can't what you gonna say? He's fought everybody. Who has a better resume than
Teddy,
Canelo in
Teddy,
boxing?
Teddy
Who has a
Atlas would
better
disagree.
resume? Huh?
Teddy Atlas would disagree with you. He knows boxing a little bit.
It's all right. It doesn't matter. So he's
So
Jesus
so he don't
Christ in
so he
boxing.
so he don't know what he talking about. I
So
agree with him.
so all right. So let me ask you this. That's an opinion, not a fact. That's what I'm saying. What makes him overrated?
What makes him overrated, man, is that he never his style. He's not a good finisher. He doesn't
So
have no footwork. He's not a complete fighter. He's not a complete fighter. He's just not a complete
so
fighter.
that just says how good he is. Because with all those things he don't have, he still accomplished what
He
he
never
accomplished.
fought. He never
He
name one
never
fighter.
fought who?
Name one fighter that he fought. Name one fighter that he fought at the moment that he was supposed to fight him.
Lara, Trout.
His big. This nigga said Trout. Yo, and when he fought Laura, even you say he lost the fight.
Yeah, so what? But he's fought him. What
The only
happened?
opponent, his best opponent that he had was Triple G, and he fought him years past when the time he was supposed to fight him, and he lost that first fight.
He lost the first fight, but he still won the other two. What happened?
At that time, everybody that was he made that nigga wait like 5 years for the rematch for the next fight. Come on. He's
Bro,
overrated.
how many fighters? How many? But
But
it's the again.
this was about Charlo and weight classes. This was about Charlo and weight classes.
All right.
You gotta respect weight classes, man. You ain't gonna come up
And not,
14
it
pounds,
depends the
21,
fighter. It
21
depends the
pounds
fighter.
and knock niggas. That's come on. All right, let Crawford go up there and fight Canelo.
Let him. So Canelo went up there and fought Kovalev. He went from 160, went to 175 and stopped Kovalev.
Is this before or after he got caught with roids?
This was before or after. It might have been after. I'm not sure. He still stopped him though.
He ain't stopped no Danny Jacobs.
All right. He beat him. He beat him. There you go. That
Yeah,
Danny Jacobs.
he's not no. He's not no.
He's what?
He's
Look,
not. He's
you
not.
see? Nah, you
Come
see?
on,
You
man.
hating.
Come
You
on.
hating. You're
Come
not. You're
on.
hating.
He never
That's
stopped
what
a
it
good
is.
fighter. He never stopped a good fighter. Bottom line, he
So
never
what?
stopped a fighter.
So what? A
So
lot of
that's
fighters.
just letting you know. That's just letting you know why he didn't stop Charlo.
He beat him. It don't matter. He has to stop him to
Yo,
be great.
I didn't. Yo, this guy's talking about. I didn't pick Charlo. We both picked Canelo, and I
I,
told you why. He's not. He's not. He's just.
I,
You're not
I
gonna come
didn't.
up there.
I
I
never.
told you
I
he
didn't
was.
pick. I
I
didn't
picked
pick
Canelo.
Canelo because of size. I picked Canelo because I know he was the better
Nah,
fighter.
I picked him because
You picked him
the
because of that,
size. The
not
size was
me.
too. It was too. He was too. It was too big for him. Man. It was too big
He
for him.
was just better. He's just a better fighter. It's
I,
that simple.
I don't know who's better at when you jump up 14 weight classes and you. That's a lot. I mean, 14 pounds. That's a lot. That's a lot of weight, man. Bottom line, I don't give a fuck how tall you are. Oh, but he's big. Look at him. Nah, bro. You're accustomed to fighting at a weight,
He's a hater, bro. Who's
when
that?
you're
The
accustomed,
official. Dream is a big time hater. When he don't, when he's a fighter,
what y'all
then it
drop
comes
the
to
real quick.
he hates. But yet, dudes like Tio, he want to praise them, and they lost to Cambosos and struggle with fucking Sandor
He
Martin.
always
Come
fights
on,
the
bro.
best.
Get out of here. Sandor Martin is the best.
He always fights the best.
Cambosos is the best. Cambosos ain't nothing, bro. He lost to
He
a
always
dude.
is the best. He always fights the
Cambosis is
best.
the best.
He's a and you say and you agree with me on the show. So now you're being a hypocrite because you agree
No,
with me
what?
on the show. We said he's the only young fighter in boxing who calls out the best, fights the best, and beat the best. He did it with
No,
Lomachenko,
I'm not
and he
saying
did
what
it.
I'm
He did it
telling. No,
with
no, no, no.
he did it with Lomachenko, and he did it with
No,
the
listen,
Scottish boy.
man. You're not listening. I'm telling you, you a hater because you hating on
Hater, man.
Canelo when
I'm
you
not
praising
conformed. You live
Tio.
in the moment. You live in the moment. But if you're a
No,
prisoner of the moment, Canelo's not an
no.
all-time great. He's not
How
an
you gonna
all-time great.
praise
Bottom line,
Tio
point blank.
for losing to
He's not.
Cambosis? Canelo never lost to no Cambosis type fighter.
Yo, Canelo
For
is not no
real.
all-time great. Point blank. Bottom line. Period. He not.
He don't need to
Well,
be an all-time great.
That's why Marquez. That's why Barrera. That's why all the Chavez. That's why all them niggas agree with me because they all-time greats and they know what it took and they say the same thing. That's why they say
Listen,
the same thing.
listen. It doesn't matter what they say. He's an all-time great. The numbers say it.
In his mind and
In
yours, and a whole bunch
Mexico.
of fans that don't know shit about boxing.
Listen. So hold on. Because you pick and choose. Or because, so you know what? Why do we even have shows then? Let's just listen to Teddy Atlas and Timothy Bradley. Because if they agree with something you like, all of a sudden he said it. But when
I
no,
more than that. I
when
mentioned
Virgil
Julio
Hunter,
Cesar Chavez. I mentioned Cesar Chavez. I mentioned Juan Manuel Marquez. I mentioned
all
Marco
right.
Ferreira. I mentioned Eric Morales. I mentioned a whole bunch of people, man. Not only them.
But is Canelo going to the Hall of Fame? Yes or no?
A lot of niggas going to the fuck. Costa Zoo went to the Hall of Fame. Does he deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
Bro, who
Costa
has
Zoo in the Hall of Fame.
who has a
Costa
better
Zoo in the
resume
Hall.
than Canelo?
Costa
Listen,
Zoo in the Hall of Fame.
who has a better resume than Canelo in boxing right now? Who?
Oh,
Who?
yo, Canelo. Who the niggas that Canelo
Who?
fought? What greats?
Bro,
Wait.
who?
What greats has Canelo fought?
Who?
What
Huh?
greats has Canelo fought?
He fought Cotto. He fought Mosley. He fought everybody.
Cotto was a 147 pounder.
It
Mosley was
don't
done.
matter.
Mosley
It
was
don't
40 years
matter.
old.
It don't
Mosley was
matter.
40 years old.
It don't matter.
Mosley
He
was
beat
40.
him.
He was done.
He beat him. So what?
He was
He
done.
beat him. So what? It's not his
Nah,
fault.
ain't no so what because when somebody
Yeah.
he was old, that shit don't really matter then. Nah, son. Nah.
Bro, we could do that with all great fighters.
Name me a great fighter in their prime. A great fighter in their prime that he fought and beat. The only great fighter that he fought in his prime was Mayweather, and he lost. He got embarrassed by him.
And everybody got embarrassed by Mayweather. So what's the
Nah,
problem
everybody
with that?
get embarrassed. Cotto damn sure didn't get embarrassed by Mayweather.
He beat him. He didn't embarrass him, but he beat him.
Mike Donna damn sure didn't get embarrassed by Mayweather.
In the rematch, he did. He
Sure
won one round.
well,
He won one round.
in the first one he didn't. First one he won.
Nah, he didn't win that fight. It was close, but he didn't win.
Well, did he embarrass? My point is, he didn't embarrass everybody. Who?
Most
Callum
of the
Smith.
people he did.
Somebody said Callum Smith. When the fuck have you seen Callum Smith before or after? When the fuck have you seen John Ryder before or after?
But you can't name nobody with a better resume.
That nigga never fought no great fighters, man.
Yes, he
fought
did.
no great fight. No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Canelo's a great. Hold
He
on.
fought all Hall
Canelo
of
is great.
Famers.
Canelo's great, but some of us want him to fight certain fighters that challenge him. Benavidez, Andre, Big Charlo. Yeah, but he probably won't even fight those guys. You understand what I'm saying? And if he does, it'll be at a time where this shit won't even matter no more.
Look, I'm not gonna be on this shit all night talking about no Canelo. He is what he is.
Bottom line is, what do you think about? I'm gonna tell you what I thought about Charlo's performance. I thought it was pitiful. I thought he packed it in. I thought he quit. I thought he might as well have quit because he did quit in the ring. He didn't want to fight no more. He was just there just to be there and say, "Oh, I didn't get knocked. I didn't get knocked out."
Oh, he don't bring up Bradley and Canelo. He gonna definitely say that.
Of course, Bradley was better than that. He had more resources than that nigga all around. Absolutely.
He didn't have a better resume.
I tell you what. He only lost to one fighter. To one fighter. His name was Manny Pacquiao.
Yep. All right.
But anyway, I thought Charlo's performance was. I thought he packed it in, man. And again, you feel a guy. I got in scuffles with niggas, wrestled niggas, all kinds of bigger guys. When you hit them and they hit you, there's a difference, man. It's just a difference, especially when you're talking about trained fighters. You go up and fight guys that are just been fighting at a certain weight for a long time. What Canelo has, what, 6, 7 fights at 168, 175. That you know, Charlo's first fight never even fought at 160. Jumped all the way up to 68 to fight the current best fighter or one of the best fighters at 168. That's
The
what's going.
best fighter at 168.
Well, that's what's going to happen. You can't do that.
Listen, he
But
he understood.
yeah, he understood he was getting paid. Like Jose Mantequilla, one of the top 10 fighters of all time. He went up to fight Carlos Monzon. Carlos Monzon wasn't a great boxer. He was a great puncher. He wasn't better than Mantequilla, but he beat him. Mantequilla good shit, and that's what happens. You can't. Everybody can't go up and do that shit, especially when there's a gap of 14 plus pounds, right? We're not talking about six. There's some weight classes that there's 8 pounds difference, two weight classes, some 6, some 4. But when we talk about 14, that shit matters.
Look,
Because
the bottom.
Canelo's a solid fighter, and Charlo's a solid fighter. But it's just when you get two guys that are about the same, and when it's two weight classes above. I said it in the show before. That's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see a mismatch.
Canelo's just a better fighter than him. I knew it. That's why I picked him. Vegas knew it. That's why the odds were what they were. I guarantee if he fights Crawford, the odds won't be that high. I guarantee you that though. Why? Because they know, they understand. Now this dude could beat him, even coming from that weight class. But anyway, Charlo's performance.
All right, when he fights him, put your money on Charlo on
If
Crawford.
I don't bet on boxing, but I'm for sure. Um, I'm definitely will favor Crawford. He's just a special fighter. He could beat someone like Canelo. It won't
All
be
right,
easy.
yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
so Charlo's performance.
yeah. Look, Charlo's performance was very subpar. On top of that, Canelo was the better fighter, man. It just he out jabbed a fighter who has good boxing ability, and I don't you trying to come up with a different term of cutting off the ring when there's only one term of cutting off the ring. Canelo
He's
cuts
not
off the ring. Great.
not good at cutting off the ring. He's not good.
Yes, he is, bro.
All right,
Oh my God.
keep going. Keep going.
Bro, they even
All right.
even the
You know,
announcers said it.
fuck with
Oh my God. Bro, how he
the
trapped
announcers. The
how he
announcers.
trapped
The
Charlo.
announcers. Well, you're talking about what the announcers said. The announcers
Bro,
also
but if
said.
they see, but
The announcers
not
also said
only no,
his weight
listen,
for a
it
reason.
live, it's happening live. It's a difference between saying, oh, he's overrated. He said that. That's opinion. When something is happening live, you can see it. And that everyone knows that. Anybody that know boxing knows Canelo, yes, he has cement feet. That's no doubt. He has cement feet.
And when you do,
But he knows how
you're
to
not
cut
great
off
at.
the ring. He knows how to cut off the ring,
When you
bro.
have cement feet, you're not good at cutting.
Yes, you do. He does.
All right, all
He
right.
does, bro. Anybody knows that. They watch boxing. Canelo is good.
They don't know
Why
what the
you?
fuck they talking about. They
He
don't know what the fuck
trapped
they talking
Charlo
about.
all day,
They
bro.
don't know
How
what
you
the fuck
trap
they
the
talking about.
fighter? Yeah, I don't know what you were
What else?
saying, bro.
What else? What else? You thought about Charlo?
Listen, by cutting off the ring that he does it well, he was able to trap Charlo on the ropes many times in the fight. Many times.
Whenever he
Why he
won,
couldn't escape?
whenever he
Why he
won,
couldn't escape? Huh?
whenever he wanted to, he can't. If he let his hands, he was scared to let his hands go. There was too much power
Okay.
coming back at him. He wasn't doing shit. He wasn't doing shit.
But why he was laying on the ropes then?
He wasn't doing shit.
Why he was laying on the ropes?
He wasn't doing shit, man.
Because
Because
Canelo trapped him by cutting
eventually,
off the ring.
I mean, you got 60 fucking fights. You are gonna have to do it all right. But he's not great at it.
He's good. I'm not saying he's great. He knows how you say he doesn't. Yes, he
No,
does.
not to an extent where he should have knocked out this guy came up 2 weight classes, 14 pounds.
Listen, he didn't. He
What
dominated. They
what
said
else?
he.
What else did you like about Charlo's? You said
Nah, I didn't. It was he didn't. He just came in. He he did the bare minimum, and he lost. That's it. He was intimidated. He didn't stick at first. He was doing what was right, sticking to the outside. He caught Canelo with some good left hooks early. He landed some stuff in the fight. It's not like he didn't land nothing. He landed, but he wasn't consistent. You understand? You're not gonna win a fight. You land a two-punch combination, then you get out. And then you wait, then try to throw something. By then, Canelo already threw 4, 5, 6 punches he landed, whether it was on the arm or clean. You gotta be consistent. See, Bevo let his hands go. Bevo was on it.
Canelo's not great at cutting off the ring, but he can do it. Exactly. That's the way I feel.
All right, I didn't say he's great. I say he knows how to cut off the ring. That's what I said.
I say he's not great. Not great at cutting off the ring.
All right, but no one's.
I
I
agree.
never say he was
I agree.
great.
I agree with his statement. And the reason Charlo wasn't throwing more than one punch, two punches. Again, he not fighting by himself, Sean. He in there fighting with a guy that has so much fucking explosiveness and power, 2 weight classes above him, that he don't want to throw no fucking punches. Because when he did throw a punch and something came back, he said, "Fuck, shit. I got to deal with that shit when I throw a punch." And that's not even you thinking. That's your body doing it. Now, you ever been in danger? Right? There's things that you do naturally when you just not. You just when the guy's throwing when something is coming at you with a crazy force, you're not gonna be all up in it like that. You just not. You're gonna be timid and that's just natural preservation, right? So he couldn't do that. He if he wanted to get into like exchanges and sit there and throw, he would probably would have got knocked out.
But he didn't. The
No,
bottom line is this: he called out Crawford. He said he wants Crawford next.
who?
Charlo.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Canelo. I didn't hear Canelo say that.
No, no. So Charlo, now all of a sudden, at first it was fuck Crawford. Now it was like, because he lost. Now it's like, yeah, bring Crawford. And I
Nah,
hope that,
he said that because he always said that he was
yeah, he was. I seen an interview where he's like, oh, what the fuck? He not even my division. Why
yeah,
the
but
fuck you
that
calling
was
me out?
before. That was before. After he called him out, he wanted to. He said he'd been saying he was going to fight him again. Anyway,
Listen,
right here, AR said that that what's the name got on Twitter. Crawford got on Twitter and started shitting on Crawford. He said Crawford got on Twitter and started shitting on Charlo. He said that Charlo isn't on his shit list no more. Like basically, Charlo's not even good for him to fight.
well, he might have to, because if Canelo says I don't want to fight you, then it's either the rematch with Spence or it's Charlo. So if he don't want to, if he feels that he's not on his hit list, then I want to see what's next then. Because if it ain't Spence, if it ain't Charlo, it ain't you trying to go up there to 168 to fight Canelo, then who, bro? Then who? I don't want to see nobody else.
He got to think about long and hard if you want to go up there. If he wants money, he's gonna go. But
That's what it's about.
if
Listen.
if he wants if he said Bud already said he's not fighting Charlo. Somebody wrote there. So if he want to think about his health or whatever, then he'll chill. He'll think twice about going. But as far as Charlo, Charlo, I don't care if he fights Zoo, who's a dangerous fighter, um, and any of the top dogs that went 54. Now he got something else to deal with. He chose up to go up and balloon to 168, facing the bag with Canelo. Right now, he's gonna go back down in weight. So let's see how well that goes for him. Because there's other fighters like people like Roy Jones Jr. who did that shit, came back down to 175, got knocked out. So I don't care who, I don't care if it's Crawford, I don't care any top fighter at 154 with a solid punch. I favor them over Charlo right now because now I know he has to do some work, Sean, because he had to bulk up. So now he got to back down, and he got to fight, right? So again, that's on him. If I was him, I would go to 160 because his brother's not acting right. And you know what?
Well,
I go to
he's
160.
gonna
His
he's
brother.
gonna he's fighting Jose Benavidez on the Benavidez Boo Boo card. So Moore is fighting Jose Benavidez.
Okay, all right. If I was them, I would Jermel. I would even with my brother there. I would go to 160, and then after a fight or two, Jermel, who's a little bigger anyway, can go to 68. That's it. Because Canelo and Benavidez and all those guys, Charlo got beef with at 168 anyway. Can Charlo even do? I'm not sure about that. Yeah, we're not sure about that. Especially like I just mentioned. Now he gonna have to come back down.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. That's gonna be interesting to see how he looks when he returns to junior middleweight, and depending who's gonna be his opponent, right? Because that's gonna say a lot to me. If I'm Charlo, I mean the fans. Let me say if I'm Charlo, me, I would love for him to fight the winner of Zoo Mendoza because now he's not undisputed anymore, right? He has 3 straps. They stripped him of his WBO tonight.
Let's do that technically because nobody took it from him. But
Yeah. But just the boxing, the sanctioning bodies are the cartels of boxing. So the winner of Zoo Mendoza will have the WBO. So if I'm Charlo, I go back down there. I wait for the winner. I fight the winner of that fight for undisputed, and then maybe depending how he looks and feels, then we'll have a better understanding, and so would he. If it's like, yo, you know what, I can't fuck with this weight no more. I gotta at least go to 160 and campaign there. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he looks when he returns to junior middleweight, because history has shown that that shit don't really work well for fighters. So it might work for him, it might not. That shit remains to be seen.
all
But
right,
there was also other fights,
yeah.
right?
Before that, so we spoke about what's next for Charlo. So what's next for Canelo? Me, I spoke about what's next for Charlo. I think he should go to 160 and not 154. As far as the fights are there. Andre, Benavidez, who are supposed to in talks, nothing's official. I think honestly might not even happen because I think they waiting on to see what Canelo's going to do. So you got Benavidez, Andre the winner, or separately if they don't fight each other. And you once upon a time had Charlo the bigger brother. Nobody's gonna want to see that now. Beat one of the Charlos. Most casual fan difference. Charlo, he fought a Charlo, fight another one. I don't think it'll sell either, especially with Charlo's issues that he's been going dealing with personally lately. 168, the Bivol rematch, but Bivol is lost in oblivion, because his country has conflict with Ukraine. Now the Mexican guy Suleiman wants to title and that sanction the title and fight with him and trying to do him dirty. He got nothing to do with what was going on in his country. He's just a boxer. You understand what I'm saying? And he's been MIA. After his biggest win, he went on the milk carton. So that's either bad management or it's just he just had no fault for being in Kyrgyzstan or Russia, and that's what's going on. But yeah, I would say Benavidez and Andre, man. That's who I would like to see. Who else is at 168?
Um,
Top.
there's there's I mean, as far as for him, that's it. He's
That's
cooked
it.
everybody.
Yeah, because he don't need to fight no Morel. Morel only got seven, 8, 9 fights. So that's what people been wanting to see Benavidez. Not now, not last year, but 2 years ago, at least. That fight's been in talks for about 2 years, and I think Benavidez is overstaying his stay at 168 pounds.
Seen it. We seen it in the plant fight.
So if he wants to mess around for Canelo, that's on him. Again, I said I don't blame these cats. They want the bag, and at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to get that. Man.
Yeah, no, listen. There's only two fights for him at 68. That's either Benavidez or Boo Boo. That's it. There's nothing else to talk about at 168. Is he gonna go back to 175? I don't think so. Um, the thing is, like you said, Morel, Morel's supposed to be no. So now the card is pretty much official because they talking about November 25th. They talking about Vegas or Texas, and this is the Benavidez Boo Boo card. And Morel's supposed to be on that card. And Ray Vargas fighting Brandon Figueroa was supposed to be on that card, with the co-main event being Jamor Charlo against Jose Benavidez. Yeah, and
Uh,
then
His
let's
fight
get to that. Let's
off
get to the
top,
undercards. Now, let's get to the undercards.
Only says off topic. Ugas should retire. Absolutely. Errol Spence finished his career. He finished him. I still believe that he could at least beat Barrios, who to me doesn't show me anything. Doesn't show me anything at all. Nothing in the fight. In other fights, like I told you earlier, they should just feed him. He's flirting with that. He's probably gonna be the next opponent for Boots. So they're gonna feed him the Boots. Boots gonna knock him out, and that's the last we heard of Barrios.
Yeah, I mean
But
Barrios. Look, he's a tough fighter. He's a tough fighter. Um, I just felt it. We when we had the show, I picked Barrios to beat Ugas. I felt he was damaged goods because of that punishment. Plus,
yeah,
Ugas was old. Ugas is not a young scrapper. You
somebody
understand?
somebody asked me,
Um,
what do you think about that question? That the
right?
Barrios served the decision. I didn't get to see the fight.
Yeah.
I think
He dropped Ugas twice, and he once the middle rounds came, he started to cook him, bro. He
and
he
once that
swelled the he
yeah,
swelled the eye again.
yeah, he was
It's,
done.
it's
He
he's
was
done. Yeah. Look, as
if
for that fight,
Barrios drops you twice and damn near did he stop him? Because I stepped away at the end, or what did it go 12?
12.
Yeah, if Barrios punches you, you gotta retire.
Yeah. No, this was gonna be the fight that I just felt like, nah, I don't think Ugas is the same, man. If Ugas can't beat someone like Barrios, then he gotta call it a day.
It's good.
Right?
Barrios gatekeep. Because like you said, he tough. When you talk about tough, somebody's gonna stay in there with you, who's gonna take a punch. It's gonna keep coming, but he's not a volume puncher. He's not creative. He's not an intelligent fighter. He don't got uh yeah, he's nothing extraordinary about it, but he's tough. He's a nice kid.
Yeah.
He does the work. But as far as me
So we
him, he's not somebody you're gonna want to see on TV. He's an opponent. He's an opponent.
yeah. No doubt. No one is gonna rush to go see Barrios. He's tough. He's someone you keep on the undercard. But we'll see what's next for Barrios. We'll see.
I,
Um,
my opinion, I think Orioles versus my man Ennis, I think that's a waste of time. If Ennis has no other dancing partners, because it looks like he's not gonna fight. What's the name of that good fighter from Estonia or Lithuania?
um, um, the that
Danionis.
Stanionis, they was gonna fight on Virgil Ortiz.
Twice, but the fight got canceled twice. That
Oh, nah,
I would love to see that
I see it. I
because
sign me up.
because
Sign me up.
honestly, Barrio for both Stanionis and Ennis, Barrios is food. He food for them.
I agree. I agree. Stylistically, I think he'll give Stanionis a better fight. I think Boots just wipes him out.
Yeah.
But
Shit.
man,
But what? I would even watch versus the dude that fought Boots, the real strong puncher, but they
oh,
can't.
Roman Villa,
Yeah, yeah. Shit. Let them two fight on the undercard. I watch that to see what happens. You know.
definitely. I like that. All right, so we'll see what's next for Barrios. Um, the co-main event, and I know we was kind of going back and forth, which was Jesus Ramos against Erickson Lubin. Now, right? I was very high on Ramos, but we knew that Lubin is dangerous and that he could win this fight.
A good fighter.
But I'm gonna be honest. No bias aside, I'm not gonna say robbery because oh, he got robbed. But Ramos won this fight. But listen, it is what it is. It's boxing. I'm not mad at the decision. Because Lubin, he started to come on late. And this is why you gotta finish your food. You understand? You gotta finish your food. You can't play with it. And that's what happened. And these judges will do you like that.
Hey,
So
y'all say he thought it was kind of close. I didn't get to pay attention as much to it as you did, but from what I could see, I'm busy. I'm cutting hair and watching fights at the same time. I can't do. I ain't gonna fuck nobody hair up, right? But I like what Lubin. I didn't love what he was doing, but I like that he was staying busy with the jab, and he was just confident, and he was trying to do his best, and he made it. It looked like they both made it ugly for each other, and we didn't get to see a good fight because both of these guys, they not bums. Both of these guys are good, solid fighters, and they just knew. I think it was the matchup was just at the wrong time, and it did. They negated what each other wanted to do so much that we didn't see anything pop off.
correct. That's a great point there. And that's what I'm saying, because this is something we're not used to seeing them in these kind of fights. They look like that. They're more fluid in their offense. They look crispier. It just was it looked real basic, man. And
Yeah,
but
agree. I agree with AR. He says a draw or 7-5 either way. It was
yeah,
kind of
that's what I'm saying. I still felt Ramos won, but like I said, I'm not mad. I'm not like, oh, he got robbed. Now it wasn't a robbery because people like to use that word too loosely. But anyway, look, I like Ramos because even after the fight, he wasn't a sore loser. He said,
I like,
"Listen,"
like that about him as well.
he said, "Listen, I lost. Back to the drawing board." Lubin, we already know he's an exciting fighter. So he's the WBC interim champion.
Yo, Sean, that fight was a plus 300. And I was thinking about putting money on that shit, but you told me, dude, I never seen Ramos fight. So you said he was good in his
He
record.
was. He is.
But damn, I mean, and it was close too. So that money would have been in the air. I would have put
Yeah.
money on Ugas to win. I would have lost $250 trying to win $100.
Now it's listen, man. Boxing's hit or miss, man. It's hit or miss. And then the
But
fight of the night, the
shit.
fight of the night. My guy Elijah Garcia
Oh,
against.
something I want to touch on. AR said he said he thought the commentary was a little biased in favor of Ramos. I agree. I agree with that, and I think that I was happy with that Lubin won because we knew what they was trying to do with Lubin, right? They was trying to sacrifice him. They was trying to feed him to the dog, right? My man, he put 20 on Lubin and he won 160. Wow, that's great. They was trying to feed him to the dog. And I like when sometimes the announcers are they're trying to tell you what you're watching. You can't tell me what I'm watching. We know what we're watching. I'm a boxer. You can tell the casuals, they believe, oh yeah. And then when the decision comes, you're gonna say it's a robbery. So that's another thing you gotta you know how that goes. When they want to push a narrative, they try to push it and Ramos, Mexican, undefeated, young, Ruben, been knocked out twice. Let's get him out of here. Let's get some new blood. Let's get the next Benavidez, the next
Yeah.
Canelo. And that didn't work. So I was happy. But like
Yeah,
Garcia.
man. Listen, I like this kid. He's only 20 years old, right? They
Ooh.
put him in there with a tough opponent.
And he's like what 27?
Hernandez, I'm not sure of his age. He's probably around there. I
Probably
think
mid
he was
at least mid 20s.
definitely mid 20s. And man, Elijah Garcia, what I loved about him, again, remember, he's only 20, so there's not a lot of experience there, but he fights like a veteran. He doesn't get flustered. He takes his time. He's very poised. He picks his shots
That's
good. He
very
could box. He's a
great.
southpaw. He got power. Man, this kid is dangerous.
And they put him in against a tough. fighter who could punch, and he showed that he could also take the punch. And that's something that I mentioned to you, man. And that's something why that's sometimes why I over critique fighters that are good, but they hype them up to be better than what they are, right? That's why I critique Stevenson. Stevenson is a great fighter. But I critique that because I know he's good, very, but they try to make it like he's just unbeatable, can't nobody beat. And they do that with a lot of fighters. You know
Yeah.
how to do that? They do that by putting them against guys that they're gonna win against. Stylistically, they just gonna win against. They put this young dude in there in the fight that if you the manager, the matchmaker for Garcia, you're like, yo, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that at this. This dude just beat up Jared Hurd. You know, that's the kind of fight that it was. That dude was a live dog. And to show that kind of composure at 20 and that patience and not getting flustered, like you said, that's highly, highly impressive. And then to come back, that's what I'm saying, Sean. This guy fought a dude that I seen guys fight Canelo fight fighters that were just subpar, not great fighters, and not finish him when he can, because Canelo got the firepower. This kid right here, he fought a dude that most guys ain't gonna finish. Well, that dude, most people gonna beat him by decision because he's tough and he's strong and he's a pressure fighter. Right? So if you don't got enough power or your power's okay, decent, you're not gonna knock out his Hendies. Everybody not gonna knock that boy out. Mark my word.
Mm-mm.
That's gonna be the first time he gets stopped. That's gonna be the only time he gets stopped in a long time. He gonna get stopped again when he fight another big dog. But he ain't getting stopped by no regular, you know, uh, 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 what do you call that shit? He ain't getting
Joe.
stopped by a regular fighter.
No.
No,
No. Definitely not, man. And
that's showing. That's show. And remember, he's 20. Because people say, "Oh, well, so and so was only 24. He was only 23. He's 20. And he's showing this kind of talent against a tough, proven fighter who already beat a proven fighter. So that's what I call talent from the cradle. That's what I call talent, right? And then
yeah,
something we gotta say about guys like Errol Spence. Before Errol Spence, we used to see Southpaw fight. What they known for? They were known for being slick, defensive fighters. But I think Errol set a trend where now fight Southpaw, they want to be pressure fighters. They want to be pressure puncher fighters. And we see that with Errol, we see that with Virgil, and we see that now with Elijah Garcia, And you even got guys like who's not a pressure fighter, but he can punch and he's a southpaw. The Dominican dude that's fighting Stevenson.
De
Like
Los Santos.
he'll bang. He'll come forward and bang if he needs to. So I'm glad that these southpaws do that now. Can I jump on the live with y'all? If not, it's cool. Right. Yeah, let me
Put
see.
them on.
Yeah, yeah,
Put them
yeah.
on.
You jump on the live. Great. Let me send you the link, man. Sorry, I've been um hello? You
Here.
couldn't hear me?
No, I can hear you. You kind of like cut off.
No, I was telling you that talk to us about Elijah was and also Hassendi's in his performance because he actually came to win. He didn't pack it up like Charlo. He was trying to get it shaken. He was trying to get Garcia out of there, but it didn't work.
Yeah. So as far as Elijah, like I said, his performance was a A1 performance, man. At 160, he's like one fight away from a title fight. We know Jamal has the WBC. Jennebeck, I believe, has the WBA. The other two were vacant the last time I checked. Someone might have grabbed them. I'm not sure. But Elijah Garcia will be fighting for a title very soon. And I think he's going to be a world champion. That's what I see.
Absolutely. If they right and they don't continue to feed him against guys much better than this guy at such a young age, if you're gonna be fair with everybody. If you're gonna build up people slowly, then build everybody up slowly, right? Because there's some fighters out there showing that for some reason they want to throw them into the dogs early, and they got talent. And there's other fighters that want to milk them and milk them and milk them and milk them and put them against guys that we know they're gonna beat, and then they try to go and say how great they are. Nah, bro, let
Jaime Munguia.
mm,
Yo, I know. Yo, listen, you couldn't put the other dude on. They said he wanted to come on.
nah, I can't put him on.
No.
Nah, hold on a second. Nah, I can't put a. I send him a link, but the link does not allow me to send it for someone to. Oh, I can. Yeah, about the maybe the link.
Yeah, man. And for Resendiz, he fought at 168, fought this fight at 160, and said he can make 154. So this dude could campaign at 3 weight classes. All right, Munguia fighting John Ryder next. Okay, I like that. I like that. Let's see. Let's
I,
see
I,
how he
I don't
looks.
like that. You know why I don't like that? Because remember what Ryder said going into the Canelo fight. Ryder said that if he would lose, this would be his last fight. He was gonna retire. That means retire on his mind, and he was on his way out. But somehow they convinced him to stay one more to get one more paycheck. And
Yeah, and but I think also his performance where he felt that yes, I lost to Canelo, but it wasn't easy for him. I didn't make it an easy night for him. So we saw Munguia in his last fight with Drevchenko, and um
AR,
that was
I sent you the link. AR, go check now. The second link I sent you, the very last link. See if you can hop on.
so we'll see with that, man. But Resendiz, he's gonna be a tough out for anybody as well, man. That dude come to fight, he come to scrap, he's tough, he throws a lot of punches, he could box as well. And that's a recipe for disaster for a lot of fighters, man.
If he had a trainer that put it all together, and he has a decent trainer, and the dude that used to be the heavyweight, what's his name, man? Ryder put a
Which
fight in with Tess Mungia. All right, you see what I'm saying? Going back to the not for the sake of argument, right? But just going back to make a point. Is Ryder's not a better fighter than Jamel Charlo. He's not a better fighter than Jamel Charlo
no,
in no universe. But since he's the same size and weight, he was able to stay in there. And when he hit Canelo felt that shit. And when he took Canelo shots, he took them. He went down. He got hurt, but his body mass index could take more.
Jim,
And
he said you sent it where? He said you sent it where? Look at the last comment.
oh, you gotta send it in the add as mine. All right, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, because we new to this. We new to this live. This is only our second live. So
It's usually sent in the YouTube comments, live chat. No, go to your Twitter. Go to your Twitter, bro. AR. Go to your Twitter. Look at the very last link I sent you on Twitter. I just sent you a link on Twitter. ARC. Because over here I'm not seeing an option.
all right. But
And
I
if you
mean
right,
overall, I give tonight a 7 out of 10, 6.5, 7. You know,
6.8,
yeah, something in that category.
and that's because of the first fight.
He say he don't got. I don't think that's AR. You think who it is? Dream. That's probably that's another AR.
Oh shit. And dog, then I have no way unless you Yeah, I have no way of sending you a link. I have no unless you put your email, but that's personal information.
Yeah,
So
but tell them we'll figure it out. And y'all, man.
follow us on a boxing roundtable, and we're on Instagram live as well. The boxing roundtable, the Instagram, and from there, if you add me right now, I could send you the link. So I'll give you about 2 minutes, and if you can't, then I'll just he said it's all good. He's subscribed. Well, thanks for the support, man. I appreciate it. But yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
I agree. It was it opened up well, stayed a decent course, and then fell off with the two fights, including the main event. And look, I enjoyed watching punch the shit out of Jamel Charlo. I enjoyed that shit because he's a guy that talked a lot of shit for years, and you know what? I'm glad he got because of that shit he did to Erickson Lubin one time. That he knocked him out, him giving him props. Lubin, get the fuck out of here! Like, yo, you already knocked the dude out. You know what I'm saying? So you got your ass whooped the way Canelo can whoop ass, and that's that. You know what? You know what? You didn't even go out on your. You went out like a bitch. Real talk on boxing terms. Real talk. He went in there like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna chill. I ain't get knocked out. Come on, you proud of that shit? If you would have been in there bad and you, oh shit, dude, this nigga, he still didn't go down. Yeah, but you went in there after round what 6, 7. It was life preservation, life preservation for Charlo. You know, that's it. A.R. Smith, I didn't like that either. Lubin is my guy. Yeah, man, Lubin is a good. You don't do that kind of shit. If you win a fight, nah, bro. For what? Why? Did he fuck your baby moms or something? Nah, man.
Yeah,
And
nah, but you know,
to say Charlo,
Mel.
I don't mean to say Charlo or a bitch or fighters is bitch. No, I'm talking about what he did in the ring, right? You want fighters to give it all, and they told him in the corner. You was listening when I heard you had the volume up when on your voice notes. What was Derrick James telling you? You gotta go for broke now. He winning. You gotta go for broke. And at no point did he choose to do that.
He didn't. He definitely didn't. And but you know, the only thing is with that, I mean, for us as fans, we don't want to see that. We want to see you go for broke. But in terms, he was playing with house money because it's like, oh, I'm supposed to lose, and if I don't get knocked out, that looks better for me. Which I don't like that mentality, right? Me,
He
if
at
I'm
one
a,
at one point I thought it was one point where he kind of like hugged Canelo. He looked like he was getting ready to pack it in, like just his face. He looked like he's about to Rigondeaux Tenko. He said no mas.
yeah, yeah, I remember that. But look, also, if I think but one thing I'll say though, because Canelo was ripping his body, bro. I thought he was gonna get dropped by a body shot.
Ripping
And
everything
he showed toughness in spots, but I agree. I think he did pack it in. I think he said, I'm gonna play it safe. And he just, he cruised to a decision, and his corner was telling him, Jawan Guzman as well, like, yeah, like, come on, bro, like, you got to step it up. But maybe that's why he was so nice during this whole press conference, during this whole thing. He's like, yo, let me chill, because maybe mentally he had it to where, imagine him talking shit, the way he normally does, and then put this performance. He would have got ripped to shreds, bro. Ripped to shreds for
well,
talking all that shit and put on this performance.
and that's another thing. With Canelo Alvarez, like, yo, all right, you look good, you look strong, sharp. Can't nobody beat this Canelo? Can't no. All right, Poppy, slow down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did what you had to do. You fought, but it was again. You didn't do that shit with John Ryder. You didn't do that shit with what's the name of the guy he fought before him?
Um, what, Billy Joe Saunders? No.
the last couple fights that Canelo hasn't been looking all that. Like, yo, and so what you talking about? Like, hold your all right, but do that against somebody in your own weight class, right? Where you punish them like that and you look that good. Because I could look good against a guy 115, 20 pounds because I weigh 20 pounds, 30 more than them. So, I'm not trying to take credit away from him in that sense, because we said that Canelo was a live small underdog, Charlo. I'm sorry, but I didn't like the way he was bloating about it and acting like he did something great because nah. At the end of the day, you fought someone who was two weight classes beneath.
Yeah, I mean he was a heavy favorite, deservedly so. What he does next, man, like we said earlier, for those that weren't tuned in, of course, Benavidez, Boo Boo. Those are the only two fighters that deserve to be mentioned in the same sentence with Canelo at super middleweight. Anybody else? No, no. Does Canelo remember? He has two more fights with PBC. There
Well,
was rumor, and I know,
according to Canelo, Andre hasn't done shit to fight him. So
yeah. So, but I'll tell you this though. You all right? If Boo Boo beats Benavidez, then he can't say Boo Boo hasn't done anything. It's like, yo, boom. But it wouldn't surprise me because there was rumor that Canelo will fight more. That he want both brothers. I
I
don't want to see that.
see that
No,
shit.
Dream. I know. Me too. I agree, but I'm just telling you. Remember, he trying to make easy money. He got a 3-fight contract. So this was easy money tonight. If he fights more in May, that's easy money. And then
Can't
maybe next
can't
September.
fight can't fight Jamal, uh, Sean,
Why not?
because Jamal been out the ring for years suffering from, I don't know if it's drug addiction or let's say not say mental illness, mental health issues,
Yeah.
and all kinds of shit. He just beat his
So
brother.
so if he remember he's gonna fight Jose Benavidez. So if he cook Jose Benavidez, right? Whether it be decision or stoppage, but just looks good. You don't want to see that in May?
Nah, I don't want to see. Nah, I want to see him fight Benavidez or Andre, man.
Yeah. No, no, that's the obvious. No, that's the obvious, right? Us
No,
boxing.
all right, but check this out. Look, you listen to me real quick. Like, all right, right. If these two niggas is in your same division, one, and in your same the same people you contract with, you in the same family. So now there's no before. Oh, he's with the zone. Benavidez is out. No, not no more. So now there's no excuse. Now that now it's up to him. It's up to him, and he can't say that a Charlo fight is bigger than Benavidez because that would be bull. That would be bullshit. And if Andre fights Benavidez and beats him, and he'll say that Charlo's still a bigger fight, and that's bullshit. I don't want to hear that shit. Oh, you remember? Oh, but Charlo, you saw his when he came. Yeah, but he cut his hair now. Hey, he's different now. Come on, dog. Nah,
Yeah.
we don't. Nobody want to see that shit, man.
Yeah, look, this is first look. Let's look
No,
at the
he gonna do a Caleb Plant.
nah, hell no. Well, Plant, which I think Plant is calling for that Jamal fight, and I like that. I think that's a fight that should happen. Jamal Charlo against Caleb Plant. That's a solid scrap because one, they got history already with that, or with the incident where he slapped more,
A
and
healthy,
even before that.
healthy Charlo will fuck him up, but we don't know where he at.
Yeah, no, I will favor more, but it's still a good fight.
And why is it a good? Because of the when Charlo was hot, it wasn't a good fight. Charlo would have beat him up.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Well, I think Charlo will win. I don't know.
No, I'm talking about when Charlo was doing his thing in this when
Yeah,
he, when he was on a hot trail, right? I think he would have ate through that boy. He would
No,
ran.
I think even regardless, even with the layoff, I'm a favorite Jamal against Caleb Plant. But I think it's gonna be a tough fight
It's
still.
gonna be tougher than it would have before. Yeah, because
But
kid, he could box, he could move, he got great defense, but that's all he got.
but look, we also got in 2 weeks, we got Tim Zoo against Brian Mendoza, man, out in Australia. We got the fighter, arguably with the upset of the year slash knockout of the year candidate, not guaranteed, against one of the most dangerous fighters in boxing in any weight class, in Tim Zoo. And Tim Zoo has been cooking. He's been running through his opponents. He is not playing. He's not waiting around for no Jermell Charlo to give him that title shot. He keeps fighting. We spoke about it. That's one thing I love about when fighters stay active. I love when fighters stay active. Like, yo, listen, like Benavidez, we said it earlier. He might be overstaying his stay at super middleweight.
Uh,
He is a
two
light heavyweight.
two fight.
And if Canelo's not going to fight you, Benavidez, you need to go to light heavyweight. There's Bevo up there. There's better beef. There's fights up there for you, brother.
And the way
So,
looking, he could rock with them.
yeah, of course he can. Of course he can. So look, back to Zoo. And the point is, you gotta love fighters like that. Fighters there, they just willing. They want to fight. They stay active, man. But Brian Mendoza is a fighter that is not to be slept on neither, because he's gonna come to fight.
The thing with him is he's not a great fighter.
No,
He's a he's a maybe a slightly below average fighter with a one hitter quitter.
and he's tough, right?
He,
He's tough. He's not gonna lay down.
but I think Zoo gonna do a number on him.
No, Zoo. Listen, Zoo. To me, and I had some people, hell no. I said, listen, him and Charlo, that's a 50-50 at junior middle. Yet Charlo more skill. Nah, Charlo gonna cook him. All
50,
right.
55-45, 60-40 Charlo, but it's very close.
He give listen,
I,
win, lose, or
right,
draw,
right now make it a 50 because of the going up and then coming back down. I say it's 50-50 now.
he's gonna give Charlo hell if they fight. Trust me, man. Win, lose, or draw.
I
But
agree.
he is, man. He is. He's built like that.
Tony,
Um,
yeah, what happens to Fandor? Is he coming back? Uh,
yeah. Fundora, bro, he's been, my wifey, she loves Fundora. That's like her favorite fighter. And we were talking about that. Like, yo, Mendoza has fought, Lubin has fought since Fundora. I don't know if mentally that took a lot out of him losing in the fashion that he did.
nah, yeah, I follow him on Instagram. And he's a real happy kid.
No,
Real
no, no.
trying to get.
I'm not saying I'm not saying in that point, not in life. I'm talking about as far as boxing. Like, yo, because he should have been back by now, right? That Mendoza fight, or at least got something cooking. It sounds like it's just quiet.
I think he'll be.
But
I think he'll be back soon. But remember too, his father trains. So maybe his father's like, "Yo, let me see where you at. Let me see you in the gym. Let me see how you take punch." It is his father training him. Maybe that's why he's taking a little longer. They're trying to make sure that he's right to go back because that was vicious. But
that was
I don't think it was nothing career altering. I think I think he needs to put a little weight on. I think he needs a strength and conditioning coach, and maybe think about 160.
yeah, man. But anyway, listen, I'm out of here.
All right, man. You already now. This was another episode of boxing of the boxing round. Your dream. The maniac knows his boxing. I know my boxing. We don't see eye to eye all the time, and that's what makes this show hot. Cause we're not gonna be that. Oh, you right, maniac.
Yeah, they missed it earlier. They missed it earlier.
Yeah,
They'll see. But anyway, that's the beauty about it, man. We passionate about the sport, and you're gonna say how you feel and vice versa, man. But another good one, man. Damn, we went shit. I went 10 minutes. That shit went by fast.
yeah, it's cool. And we had, and then later on, at the end is where we had the most viewers
Damn.
instead. But anyway, man, yeah, it was good. Next time we're gonna just try to make it all better for both sides. There's no feedback. You guys, we ease like we show on the regular shows. Audio is A1, image is A1. Um, Tony Ayo says this is my first show. Enjoyed it. Thanks. Hey man, I appreciate that, man. Shout
Yeah,
out to
Tony. Yeah, yo, we appreciate you, bro. Listen, follow the channel at the Boxing Roundtable. The Dream got IG, I got IG. Hit us up, brother. And you know
yeah
what I'm saying?
the boxing roundtable. Of course, subscribe, like, and share on here, and watch out for the next videos where we'll be talking Zoo. What's next with Zoo? What's next with Charlo Canelo, with Crawford, and and what's going on with Showtime, and what's the future of boxing looking?
Yeah, definitely. That's gonna be a good show.
Yeah,
Me, I think it's gonna be a lot of firefight between me and you in that one.
yeah, because if you guys didn't know, you'll know now here at the end of the show that there's rumors now widely spread in the boxing circle that Showtime will be going out of the boxing business, maybe perhaps opting to do pay-per-view events. So if so, that would be a big blow for boxing, and we got to see where our EBC stable.
Definitely. All right,
We have
my brother.
good night.
All right.